So today, we'll have a quick recap on what longs, shorts, and stops are. So I'll go over what they are and some additional information that could be helpful. So execution-wise, Bear actually deep dived on what the executions for these would look like as well as yung different order types you can use nung lesson B ng class number 2. So before we begin, pili ko may mga magtatanong bakit nga ba long and short yung terms na gamit sa trading. So, marami kang mababasa online regarding sa origins yung terms na yun. Pero yung prominent explanation is that back in the medieval times, people used tally sticks to record debt. So, bale, ginagawa nila was babaliin nila yung sticks into two pieces. Yung isa was the long side, because yun nga, mahaba siya. Then the other one was the short side. So the long side was called the stock and was the advancer of funds or siya yung namimigay ng pera, while the short side was the one who received cash upfront. And as time went by, basically parang inadopt na lang yung terms na to into the market so that now, buying or owning stocks or crypto means that you're long and selling in advance for cash means you're short. So let's start with tackling longs and shorts together. And ano nga ba yung nuances ng isa't isa? So longs are pretty much straightforward. You're basically buying the cryptocurrency. If prices go up, of course masaya ka. Shorts, on the other hand, are more complicated. So for the benefit of those who don't know, basically being short means you're borrowing the cryptocurrency, you're selling that borrowed cryptocurrency, and then you're buying it back later on. So yung tawag dito sa pagbenta na to is covering short. So basically, pag bumaba yung prices ng cryptocurrency, that's when you make a profit when you're short trading. So ano nga ba yung certain differences that you have to take note of aside from the fact that for longs, you earn money when prices go up, and for shorts, you earn money when prices go down. So for longs, aside from being straightforward lang na you're acting as a buyer, having long positions allow you to have uncapped reward potential. So what do I mean by this? So let's say you bought Bitcoin at around $10,000, then you sold at 30,000. So that would have been a net profit of 200% without leverage. On the flip side, kunwari, shinort mo yung Lunsi near its peak, tas you took profits or nag-cover ka, if let's say nag-zero siya or malapit na siya sa zero, at most, 100% lang pwede mong kitain, hypothetically. Without leverage, hindi ka makakalagpas ng 100%. And also, the reverse is true. So shorts also have uncapped risk. Similar sa kanina, if you bought a crypto and it went to zero, at most 100% lang yung mawawala sa'yo. Kahit gaano kalala pa yung rug pull, di talaga lalagpas ng 100% yung loss mo sa investment mo. But for shorts, let's say if nag-short ka ng Ethereum at $400, tas umakyat siya to 4,000%, magiging 10 times yung loss mo, even without leverage. So more than what you initially invested. But of course, nowadays, most likely, maliliquidate ka naman beforehand ng broker mo. But this is just to let you know that usually, and especially for trend followers, long positions are generally easier and less complex types of trades. So one last nuance that I'll be talking about is the short squeeze. So again, short sellers are those who borrowed cryptocurrencies, sold them, and need to buy them back. So if a lot of traders are on the short side, or malaki yung short interest for a cryptocurrency, chances are if nagkaroon ng malakas na move upwards and na-hit yung cut loss ng mga shorters, usually nagkakaroon to ng domino effect. So people scramble to buy the cryptocurrency both by those wanting to go long, so yung people who are pushing demand up, and yung maraming naka-short na kailangan bumili para makakover ng shorts nila, pati sila nagpo-push ng prices pataas. So, of course, shorting shouldn't be avoided overall. Sobrang laking tulong talaga nito, especially if we're in a bear market kasi usually these are when short positions shine. However, what you just need to remember is that you need to be intentional with your trades and with your plans if you want to short a cryptocurrency. And lastly, let's talk about stops. So again, Bear discussed all about using stops in a lesson from a previous class. So just to recap, stops are essentially your trigger points for entries and exits. So usually, when traders talk about stops, they often refer to yung stop loss. But stops can also refer to yung trigger mo for a long or short entry. So if you want to buy on breakouts, gagamit ka ng buy stop on a breakout with a stop loss to cut your losses. If you want to sell on breakdowns, gagamit ka ng sell stop on a breakdown with, again, a stop loss to cut your losses. So that's pretty much it for today.